Okay, I see that I am live on the channels that I need to be on today, so I'm going to go ahead and begin. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna, hold on, I think this music is a little intense. Let's change that. That's better. A little bit of neon behind us. There we go. So, at the end of each month or at the beginning of a new one, I like to do a reading that kind of reviews what we've closed up and completed, what we're going to bring into the new month, and what to expect as we go forward into the new month. So, we're going to talk about what to expect for ourselves financially within certain relationships of ours, within our own realm of personal growth, within our spiritual development, and what to expect with the world around us. So, I hope that this is going to be a helpful reading for you and give you some good insight for the beginning of the month. Oh, I'm going to turn that deck over there. We finally have a gorgeous spring day here. Something's going on with my deck. We have a really gorgeous spring day here. It's in the high 60s and the sun is shining, and we are still going to expect some snow on Friday and Saturday. Hey, Libby, nice to see you. Thank you. I hope that today's reading will be comforting and insightful and informative for you. Hey, Susie, how are you? Thanks for joining us. I don't know if you caught my introduction for today's reading, but I'm going to do a reading on this last month, just a little bit to close up the energies and things that we've completed for last month, and the few things that we are going to be bringing with us into the month of April, and what to expect this month for ourselves financially, within our relationships, some personal growth for our spiritual development, and what we need to face the world as it is going to present itself to us this month. So, are you ready? I miss you guys too. That's why I started getting back on. All right, so let's get going here. Let's see. We're going to pull a couple of cards here and see what we finished from last month. We got okay. So we're going to take our first spot here, and we're going to look at relationships. What we closed up here. Ready. Well, energies that we finished up. We became more open to understanding the people that we are in relationships with over the last month. We dug deep and we tried some new skills. We took the time to learned to listen, and we took the time to set our own biases aside and actually learn some new things about the people that we are in our relationships with, our friends, our family. And this is across the board here. We've put down some of our preconceived ideas, and we've stepped away from the routine of our interactions and the habits of our interactions with the people that we love and care for and interact with. And we opened up our heart a little bit more. We can see that there are changes happening in the world, and we know the value of this. And so we have opened the doorway to being more open to understanding. And I feel like I need to include that we are trying to be more understanding about the people that we encounter in the world that are trying to catch up to where we are at and trying to learn and understand what's happening in the world around them. We become a little more compassionate, a little more patient, and open to understanding their experience and their perspectives as well. We're going to look at this card here for financial. And we are going to see, we are taking the steps to, the card here is follow the leader. Some of the leaders we don't want to be following in the world right now are the global leaders. But we do want to be looking at where our money is best placed. We do want to be looking at where those people who have skills at their money invested are liquid, not only just in cash, but all the different ways that you can. We have looked for and consulted with and gained some new knowledge about money in the last month and seen what is planned for us globally and made smart decisions for ourselves, even if it's very small amounts of money. We've made those by asking the people that we know that have abilities and have done this for themselves. It is important to see that who we follow and who we have followed or who we have taken information from, sought guidance from, that we have chosen wisely, and we can have confidence in the direction that they've given to us. Right on, Susie. That's awesome. Those are the kinds of things that I love to see people doing. It's nice to have money that is going to hold its value. So, see, this is another energy that we have completed and completed and are ready to confidently move forward in going forward in our month. We're going to look at the world here. Next card is coming apart, and generally this applies to relationships, but I'm going to apply this to our view of the world. In this case, we have come to a really solid understanding about the things in our world that are out of balance. We have come to an understanding of the ways that the people who run the world are taking advantage of us as members of humanity. We have a very clear and solid picture that doesn't need any more describing. We have a very clear picture of all of the abuses that are happening to humanity at this time. And we are separating ourselves from the general bit of the world around us, because we know that in separating ourselves from this, we are going to do better for ourselves and our families. That's right. We are stepping out of the shackles of what the world is trying to confine us to. That's right, Libby. When we see that things are coming apart, it is not, this is a kind of a double-edged sword, because we have the pain of the separation and the discomfort of all of the things that it means to be separating from the world around us. We know that we need to be growing our own food, because the food they're trying to feed us is poison. The medicine they give us is poison. The air they want us to breathe and the water they want us to drink is poison. And then we have distress and dissonance because we are not certain about how to go forward and provide all these things for ourselves. But as we separate more and more from these things, the vision becomes more clear, and we are able to see that even a small garden is going to provide us enough produce for this summer, springtime and summer, and enough if we can, if we save everything in our garden that is left over, that we can't eat, and is at the end of the season we harvest it and we can it and preserve it, we are prepared for the next year, for the winter time, for the dark season. And then if we plant our cold winter garden, for example, then we continue to protect ourselves. Hey, Code Red. Then we continue to be able to be separate from the world and have comfort and peace and confidence. Not all separation is negative. It's different. It may be uncomfortable, but we've come to the decision that we would rather deal with the discomfort and do what we need to for our own selves and our families and our communities to then be part of this and be sucked into it and lose our freedoms and be poisoned and all the things that are happening in the world today. The coming apart here is a blessing, and it is our choice. We will face some challenges in that coming apart from the global system, the world system, the system happening in our country. But we're prepared and we're determined, and that makes that separation not frightening. It makes it a desired removal of ourselves from that space within the world. Let's move on to our next card here. We're going to go and apply this card to personally. We are closing up. That's right. Code Red. Because when we involve ourselves in fear, we are keeping ourselves tangled in this situation here. And we are keeping ourselves enslaved. What we tell ourselves becomes our reality. What we focus on becomes our reality. What we believe about the world around us becomes our reality. And let's say this, in our own little microcosms, how much is really going wrong? Not very much. Money may be tight, things may be a little bit stressful, but really if we have our health and we have the things that we've been preparing and getting ready for this time, we really have nothing to fear. The weather outside is lovely. We take care of our health, all of those things. We can listen to the news and not internalize it anymore. And that's going to come in here as we move into what we finished, what energies we finished in the last month here personally. We no longer require being rescued by the system, by our government. We understand that it is up to us, and we are confident in the ability to do that. We understand the value and the importance of this, and that if we continue to rely on sources outside of ourselves, that we will not make that rescue. We will be subject to the fear and the situations that are happening in the world. This card is I'll bring it up close so you see. Here we go. There she is. This woman in the height, her little rock cave up there, way up high. And she may or may not be waiting for somebody to come and get her. We can't wait anymore. It's up to us. And we've made those decisions. We've made the decisions that we need to, in a crisis for our family. We have made plans for a variety of different circumstances that may occur. And we are cemented in that within ourselves. And we know exactly what to do and is required. We are also the source of rescue and have been the source of rescue for people around us. We've taught them things, we've encouraged them, we've shown them the things they need to do to be ready, and they're also stepping into that for themselves. Everybody feels this energy and the need to be entirely self-sufficient in the cause of things that are coming our way. We don't need to wait on anybody anymore. We are all ready. That's right, Susie. If we only can see problems, we are just going to be stuck up here. There's someone to help above that can see her. There's a pathway down via the rocks if she wants to take it. If she wants to go higher even, there's a lighthouse above her. So we can see that in any direction that we look, there is a pathway to go. And finally, in relationships, we have closed some energy around some things that needed healing. And the card here is solitude. It is a small lighthouse on a small peninsula with water all around. And we have taken ourselves out of relationships and connections with people and connections with circumstances and situations that have been overwhelming and too much for us. And we have found peace, healing in the quiet, and peace and healing in separating ourselves from drama and social discomfort and relationship discomfort. At first, it was uncomfortable when we started this separation, and this began a couple of months ago and concluded here in the last month. And we found a way to put our difficult relationships either in a place that we can address them comfortably or have removed ourselves entirely from them. We don't have the time or the energy to focus on disruptive people and things in our lives, and we have taken the steps for ourselves to create that peace. There's very little peace in the world right now, and it is up to us in all our different situations to be creating it for ourselves. And in relationships, we have found some of those ways to do this. And we have set some boundaries and set some expectations for ourselves and the people around us. And this is going to be necessary to carry forward so that we aren't overwhelmed with things that are going to become distractions to us as things progress this year. So those are the things that we have finished from March. Let's see now what we are going to bring into April with us that we need to finish. Okay. In the world, we are going to need to continue to ride the wave. Because we're human and we're citizens of humanity and citizens of the world and citizens of our country, we are in the ocean of what is happening. And riding the wave is going to be really important. It is going to be very easy for us to want to plant our feet and stop what's happening to us in the world because it's wrong and uncomfortable and very destructive. But if we do that and we stick our feet in the sand, the waves are going to smack us down and drag us around. So we can't give up. We can't fight it. We have to remember to stay in the flow of what's going on. When we stay in the flow and we keep our bodies soft and we keep our spirit and our mind soft, then then we're not caught by our own biases and we're not caught by the weight of everything, and it moves us. That's right. Learn to float. If you get caught in the riptide, the thing that they tell you to do is swim to the side. Or you can relax and let it carry you out a bit and then find where and then swim around it and let it push you back in. Be soft. That's right. Be like the water. When you hit the water hard, it is solid. But if you move through the water gently, you can control your body, you can control your mind, you can control what happens to you. So don't let the wave take you for a ride. Become part of it and ride along with it. You'll know when to put your feet down. You'll know when to step out. Water. A balancing act. We're going to apply the balancing act to our finances in this condition here, in this case. Take your time when you need to shop. Make sure that you are preparing for all the things that you need. Make sure that you have supplies. Make sure that you don't have any holes in your food storage, things like that. Keep your eye on the prices of things. But also don't forget to give yourself a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of joy, a little bit of fun. Keep things in balance. Make sure you're setting money aside into your savings. Make sure you're investing if you can. Make sure that if your dining out habit is costing you a lot of money, pack a lunch. Um, Take care to keep your finances in balance at this time because things with money are changing very rapidly. And keeping things in balance will give you a lot of peace of mind in the evening times when you lay down and begin to close your eyes and the worries of the world start to creep in. When your finances are balanced, then you have really quick. I have slowed down here on my screen. I just want to make sure that I have not slowed down to you guys. Do you see me okay? Is everything good? Okay, I'm just going to assume that they are. Um, Take care of your money. Um, I am really not sure. Let me look here and see. It's my computer. Little glitchy, but okay. All right. Thank you, Code. Um, Keep your eye on them. Um, don't overextend yourself. Don't spend too much. Don't. There we are. Let's see. Uh-oh. Okay. Now I got to get my other camera. Okay, yay. There we go. There we go. There we are. Sorry. There we go. So, one last thing about your finances. Be um, don't be frivolous with your money, but look at the things you are going to need in a year from now that maybe you won't be able to get. Go ahead and spend your money there, invest in that, and store it away until you're ready to use it or need it. Um, because things are going to be a little wild and a little crazy, we want to make sure that we have access to the things. So, again, um, spend your money wisely. No, because the price of everything in the world is going up significantly. If you can buy it now and you need it, then go ahead and do it. Um, you know, set some things aside. It's okay to go ahead and do that. And there's probably a really good use of your money at this point since the cost of everything continues to go up. Let's go on to personally here. Um, we need to continue moving forward in the world right now with intention. Um, I know we make our list daily of the things we need to just get done, a part of our daily living. But in order to take care of ourselves and keep the flow of our preparations uh, in good shape, we need to Stay focused on our intention. Our intention is to stay free of fear. Our intention is to stay healthy. Hello, Jonathan. Nice to see you. Our intention is to stay healthy. Our intention is to be fit. Our intention is to have all of our preparations in order, and our our plans with our families practiced and ready to go. Make sure that for your friendships and relationships are understood. Spend some time this month because these are things that we need to close up. If you are uncertain over something right now and you're making decisions about it, now is the time to wrap that up. Make those intentions clear for yourself. The more clear your intentions are for yourself, the more likely you are to be successful at your goals and plans that you're setting up for yourself. Write them down, envision them. I love the image on this, the owl with the milkweed and the egg. The egg is the possibility of all the things that we want. And the owl is the wisdom. And the milkweed, of course, are the little seeds that we blow out into the wind to make things happen. And so if our eggs are fully formed and fertile, and we take the wisdom that we have for our own lives and our families' lives and our children's lives and our goals and our dreams, the things that are going to suit us the best, and we carry those off and we let the little seeds go out, there will plant themselves and become fruit. So really take time this month for anything that you haven't really made your mind up over. Now is the time to do that. Make those decisions this month. Make your intentions clear this month and write them out. Even if you're not sure how you're going to get there, write it out in full detail what you want the end result to be. And then begin working on it. That's right, new possibilities. And begin working on it because time is a thing we don't know that we have a lot of or a little of anymore in this world. And we need to be decisive about our intentions for our lives. And that's the only way that we are going to take the steps forward to make them happen. Take the time right now in this month to really focus out and write out your intentions. Spiritually, we are bringing into this month. We have felt over the last month or so, we have felt burdened and heavy, and we've gone through a lot. Our souls are weary, our minds are tired, and we're overwhelmed and overburdened. And when we are like that, we are unable to fly. We are unable to develop. We are unable to stay connected to our intuition and to our higher selves and to the divine guidance that we all get. So as we move into this month with some of that burden on us, let's really try to set down the world and the news and the fear and the drama and the distraction. And let's really ground ourselves so that we actually can soar in our spirit and be connected to the divine for the inspiration that we all need individually for our families, our lives, and just for our soul's well-being. we can't fly. We can't have the connection to spirit. We can't have the moments of true gratitude and inspiration and wisdom come to us if we are so covered in the mud of the world that we can't get off the ground. So, do whatever is in your practice in your personal life that helps you shake off the world and helps you to feel lighter and more connected to the things that keep you tuned into the spirit of knowledge and light and peace and love and comfort, so that you can continue to move forward. As this year progresses, things are going to be heavier, and we need to get in the practice now of being in this lighter space in our spirit so that we can be above what is happening here and see it more clearly and have the proper intuition in the moments that we need it for what to do next. And my last one here is for, I think we're on the world. Nope. We are on relationships here, and we are into the unknown in the reverse position. We are closing out the month. We have unknown relationships with our leaders right now. We are at their mercy for the things they are going to do. So how do we close this up and put ourselves into an upright position, into an upright energy here this month? We're going to come back to some of these things. We need to be able to be in the moment and be in the energy of what's happening without it overtaking us. In our relationships as well, we need to make sure that we are in situations where we have trust with the people around us. We need to not be walking into the dark with our neighbors. We need to not be walking into the dark with plans that we've made. For example, preparations and community plans that we've made with other people. We need to know that the people involved in our situations going forward are trustworthy. We need to know that they're reliable. We need to know that their personalities and mental stability and all of this are solid, so that as we go into more difficult times, we are not left wondering exactly what might happen because we have a wild card in the mix. So go through your relationships and go through with your, make decisions about the people in your lives, your neighbors and your people that you've generally counted on. Make sure that they're stable enough to support and be part of a solid community as things come forward in the next 9 months of this year. Don't go into the unknown. Don't be led by, don't follow somebody, don't do anything with another person that is going to lead you walking blindly down the road. We don't have time or room in our lives anymore for this. And this is just a warning for us. So this month, let's try and clear up those situations and make sure that everybody's on the same page. Hey, Nitwit, nice to see you. All right, and lastly, let's read out one card for each of these categories about what we can expect this month. Okay. Let's begin in the middle here. Hey Nicholas, nice to see you. That's right, Libby. Going back to that, no more riffraff, no more unpredictable personalities in our spaces. It's time to be serious about the people in our lives. So, what we can expect from this month. Financially, we are going to continue to look at some challenges. Unfortunately. So, the encouragement there is not going to be externally, the encouragement is not going to be very stable. But if you are continuing to do like we talked about here, to talk to people who know what to do with their money and can help you and guide you into doing what to do properly with your money and how to be the most efficient with it. Continue to seek that out, because everything in the world around us is going to appear to be insurmountable. But with the encouragement and advisory of people that are a little wiser than us, we're going to be okay and make it. Just take your time. Don't rush. Don't rush those intentions here. Don't rush those intentions. Especially where it comes with your money. Make sure that you've double checked and made sure your plans for your money are good and wise ones. Watch your gas prices. Do some bargain shopping. Shop for your disposable supplies, like paper towels, toilet paper, and things. Find those at the less expensive stores, the dollar stores. Find ways to keep your financial wallet in good health. And don't be too terribly discouraged. It's going to be hard. And if you need help, don't be embarrassed to ask. This is the time where lots of things are shifting in the world around money. We keep hearing it, and it seems overwhelming, and it seems like there's nothing we can do. We can't stop what's happening, but we can consult the right people and make the right choices. Don't allow this discouragement to overwhelm you. Just move through it one day at a time. Okay, financially, in the world. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now that's right, be brave. In the world right now, we want to see a lot of things be healed. We want to see things like child trafficking end. We want to see things like, you know, we're just going to leave it at that. We're going to keep it simple. We want to see things in the world that are causing harm and pain to people. We want to see those things end. Also, in the world, we are going to not see that happen right now. The little card here is to heal the ouch. And that comes with reaching out to other people and doing kindness and love and care and compassion. There's a lot of large problems in the world that we are not going to see solution and answers to right now. But we can, in very small scale, reach out to our friends and neighbors. If you haven't heard from someone in a while, check in on them. If you know that someone's having a difficult time, check in on them. If there's somebody you know that always seems up and bright and happy, check in on them. That might be their coping mechanism. We can't handle things on the broad spectrum in the world, but again, in our little microcosms, we can. And we need to take care of each other right now. We need to make more of an effort to take care of each other right now. This is very important to the communities that we live in and the communities that we interact in and within our families. We start there and it magnifies and moves outward. But it's not yet time for these things to be done in the world. Personally, it is time to make a sacred space for yourself. Make a sacred pool. Do something for yourself every day, even if it's for 20 minutes, for 15 minutes, for half an hour, for an hour, that you have time to meditate, that you have time to pray, that you have time to write in your journal, that you have time to do something creative, something that is restorative to you. Take the time to do it in your garden. Whatever it is. I love to do all of those things. I like to go to the gym. I like to help Corey in the garden. I like to hold my baby goats. Every day, this is necessary. In the Bible, there's a story about the bridegroom and the brides, and some of the brides did not have their oil lamps full. And when it was time to go in with the bridegroom, they were left behind because they weren't prepared. They didn't have the fuel. And it wasn't the responsibility of the other brides to share their oil. We are down to the point in our lives and in the world right now where taking care of ourselves and keeping our oil lamps full allows us then to reach out and take care of people who need it, to endure difficult situations, financially, politically, all of that. Take the time every day. Your physical health will improve by doing this as well, and it's critical. We are enduring a lot of bombardment, and because we are spiritual beings here in this world, having a physical experience, we need that time to be connected to what is sacred to us and refills our lamps and gives us joy. So, yes, goats are a little smelly. 1 second. Hey, babe. Hey.
I'm off.
Okay.
Oh, I got 1,400 bags a week.
Oh, good.
That's it. What's up?
Okay. I am working on a reading right now. Okay. Meet you coffee? Okay. Bye. All right. All right. So we're going to look at spiritually. We have the Bone Collector here. And the Bone Collector is a card that I really like to apply to our spirituality because she lays the bones out. Yes, hey Corey. She lays the bones out. She tells us, she foretells what's happening in the world and what's coming in the future. And in this case, this card is in reverse. And so it is a warning here again to be cautious about whose future you decide to adopt, whose story you decide to adopt and believe and live. Take caution with that. Take everything that you see and hear in the news in each day and find the truth and then make those decisions for yourself. Those people who are in control of our future want us to see it and hear it and believe it a certain way. This is a warning here to settle in to our own intuition and our own discernment and understand clearly and plainly what is going on in the world. And this is, not all sources spiritually are reliable. Some of them are dark. We have demons and dark entities that whisper to us and keep us fearful and keep us in a state of doubt and in a state of lack of confidence and grabbing onto anything and everything we see, hear, and read because we're desperate to understand what's happening. We don't need to do that. We can be our own bone collector if we sit and observe what's happening and listen inside of ourselves to what is true. Our discernment is going to be the most important key to moving through the world right now, which is why we need to continue to build our spiritual strength and acuity through personal time every day. And lastly, personally, spiritually, the world. We are going to have experiences of joy. We are going to have experiences of feeling conquered, not feeling conquered, sorry, excuse me, of feeling that we have conquered the things that are happening in the world, feeling like we are lifted, feeling like we are guided, feeling like we are directed. And when we are tuned in, those things are giant wins for each of us. Peaks of joy have to come because there is so much pain and sorrow and grief and suffering in the world. And there is a natural law for there to be order and balance. And it's there. It's there in the things we do for others. It is there in the things others do for us. It is there in understanding that we aren't alone spiritually, understanding that we have each other to count on. And it's springtime. Take the time every day to go outside and listen to the birds, smell your flowers, look at your garden, That's right, Libby. Love, light, laughter, life, and joy. All of those things. With your family, find ways to laugh and enjoy your family. Uh, call your grandchildren, talk to your adult children, play with your kids, relax. Relax. We're going to get through everything that's going on in this world, and not all of it is going to be torture and horrible. So remember to enjoy what is good. Make note of it. Write it in your journal. Keep a gratitude journal, especially in these times, because when everything just feels like it's all going wrong all the time, it's nice to go back at the end of the day and look at the things that made you feel good. Look at the things that made you smile. Look at the things that you had a moment to be full of gratitude, because that is going to be the ultimate thing that carries us through all of the other things that we're working through right now. So those are the things that we've completed in March, things that we've brought with us to continue working on, and things that we are going to look at this month for our own selves and our families and the challenges and blessings that we should have in front of us. And I hope that you guys found this reading valuable today. I hope that it speaks to you in a way that gives you some answers and some guidance on what to do with your lives and the things that you're feeling a little unsettled about or incomplete on or indecisive about. It's definitely time this month to really sit down and focus your intention. Keep things in balance and be sure that you taking the energy to really connect to your higher power, to God, to your higher self, and to all the knowledge and wisdom and inspiration that is yours for the asking. So it's so lovely to see you guys and have you here with me for this today. I'm going to try and do this. I really want to be doing this every day. But I'm working into it. I am doing some of my own intention setting and my own schedule management and organizing and things so that I can. But this was really on my mind to do with you today. I like to do this one at the beginning of each month and see kind of where we're at and what we can expect. I hope it touched you all properly. With a little bit of spirit and a little bit of hope. So I will definitely say hello to Corey for everybody. And blessings to you all. I'm so pleased you were here with me today. Have a really nice afternoon. Bye, guys.